That's one explanation of why people are always tempted by the zero-sum vision of relations. His benefit is my cost, sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to pick up on that. The very widespread view that things are zero-sum, which is, of course, the language of power. What's the antidote to that? How does one overturn the ideology of power? How does one transcend that with a non-zero sum truth or approach to life?
Well, I personally would say that the first thing to recognize is that there are positive sum games. You know, that's what the real theory of the market tells us, that there are whole realms of human transactions where both parties gain from their shared engagement, though that won't drive away the real source of this difficulty. It has something to do with what Jordan was referring to, you know, that people's resentment at the success of others when they cannot match it, or cannot easily match it,
or will not match
it,
which is even worse.
Yes, exactly, and because of the labour of reconceiving your own position in such that you actually have to do something about it. You know, that there's something lazy about the zero-sum vision, but it's not a vision that successful people have. You know,
it's not a vision that they have at any level of reality, and you can actually combat that to some degree by making it high resolution again, by making examples. It's like, because very few people actually believe, once they observe, that all the relationships they've had with other people have been zero sum. Now, you might get some very disadvantaged people, and these people do exist, who've been taken advantage by virtually everyone they've ever encountered in their whole life. Like, that does happen. But most of the time, all you have to do is remind people. It's like, well, think of someone that you loved. Even briefly, think of a friend that you've had. It's like, well, you successfully negotiated with that friend to do things together, because otherwise it's not a friendship. And it has to be successful negotiation, which means your friend has to be happy with what you were doing, and you have to be happy. And then wasn't it the case that you were both happier doing that than either of you would have been doing something else alone? And isn't that evidence in your own action and your life for the existence of non-zero sum games? And they're dependent on successful negotiation. Is we can both have more than we would otherwise have if we can come to a consensus about what we'll both pursue. And it's very few people, when you make it personal like that, and high resolution again, it's very few people who are willing to pursue their ideology of a zero-sum reality so far down that they'll actually use that to characterize their most intimate relationships. Now, I would say that someone who does that by temperament is literally psychopathic, because the psychopathic view of the world is absolutely that it's a zero-sum game.